We were expecting twins, and very smooth pregnancy. Was very blessed, felt very lucky to feel so healthy, and no trouble really. Felt really good, actually. Really enjoyed being pregnant.
We were visiting family over Father's Day, visiting my parents in the area, and Megan started having some issues. We ended up talking to a nurse on call from our doctor's office. They told us that we needed to go get checked out.
Aaron said, "Megan, we're going to the hospital." So when we got there, it was scary, very scary. Initial reaction was, I want to go home. Put me in an ambulance and drive us home. We'll tough it out. It'll be fine. And the staff made it very clear we weren't going anywhere.
We weren't sure what to expect. It was about 2.5 months early. So we were hoping it was nothing big, but we didn't know.
One of the neonatologists had come to talk to us and told us, you know, they'll be born around 30 weeks. That's not so bad for twins. You know, yes, you'll spend a short time here, but they'll be fine. They didn't know we were going to shock them with some infections and things like that to make things a little more serious.
Definitely weren't ready for that. And it sent our world spinning for sure.
Couldn't believe they were here. Couldn't believe how small they were. But they did look so good because they were, you know, they were getting excellent care. So once this shock value wore off, then it was like, okay, we're in the right place, and for all the right reasons, because of family being here. And even that night, the nurses had mentioned Ronald McDonald to us. So they said, you know, don't worry, because they knew we were far from home. So they knew that even if things were like long-term, that we'd have somewhere to stay.
It's an hour and a half one way to where my parents live in the area. So to be able to be here for feedings when they were eating every 2.5, 3 hours, you just wouldn't be able to do it. So the fact that we were able to get there and spend the time with them in the NICU and get to know the staff and the doctors that well, it meant the world to us. I think it had a big impact on the boys being able to recover the way that they did and pull through.
Being able to be near them at all times was so important. Being able to touch them, hold them skin to skin, which is wonderful for preemies. When they could start feedings, being able to be there and do their bottle feedings, which was several weeks later, but being able to be there for everyone, because we could literally just roll out of bed and go over there and, you know, come back and go to bed if we needed more sleep. And having an older child and then having babies in the NICU, very challenging. I know we're not the only parents that have done it.
With Lincoln, he was 2 at the time. He stayed with us a couple nights a week during our stay, and it was great for him too. Having
the ability to have somewhere for him to be happy and play and feel around mom and dad like normal and eat a meal with us, it was just priceless. And this house was just such a treat to him. This playroom's awesome, and he was super happy.
The way that, you know, Lincoln has grown since then, and the boys have grown in their development, I think a big part of who they are and who they're going to be is going to be, you know, based on the charity that was instilled in us from being here.
The way the Ronald McDonald House offers that openness to people in need is just, it's crazy. And I never thought we'd be in need, should we say. I didn't think we'd ever be in that place like, help us, but we needed help, and the Ronald McDonald House saved us. I don't know what we'd have done without it.
From when we came in the front door, we were just, you know, we were blown away by the facility itself, of course, and of course by the staff. The generosity and kindness of everyone and support, because they know that the people that are coming and staying here are going through a hard time. And they do everything they can to make it as close to home as possible.
I didn't realize how much we needed it, and I didn't realize how greatly it would affect our lives. And I want anyone that's ever in that situation to know that, you know, you reach out, they're the most generous people. I mean, even if you're not staying here and you're close by and have a child or some, you know, sick family, they are totally willing to just let you come in and sit down and have a meal. And literally, this was what made such an extraordinary time in our life. This is what made it tolerable. This is what made it doable. I don't know what we'd have done. This house was a godsend for us. It was huge.
You don't want anybody to have to need to be in the situation, but the fact is they're here, and that's the point. They're here to support people in really, really tough times and help them get them through things that, and you know, they don't have the support team that they may not be able to get through, you know, on their own. And it's an amazing, amazing thing.
If you don't have a charity that you have chosen to do something for, I decided for you. This is it. This is the one. And even now, just the memories are good. And to be able to associate a good memory with such a difficult time, I attribute greatly to this house.